We must pay homage to him.
Hi, my name is Mahkia Green, and I'm the media education instructor here at IndieGrits Labs. IndieGrits Labs is a nonprofit media organization that serves the community through the IndieGrits Film Festival, artist-led projects, and media education. At IndieGrits Labs, I teach media education programs. One of them is Take, Break, Make. It's an after-school film program for LGBTQ plus teens. It teaches them media literacy and also video production through the lens of LGBT experiences. And the other program I teach is called Lower Richland Story Lab. That's out of Lower Richland High School, which is a documentary program that teaches students to engage in their rural communities through film, but also other forms of media as well. My senior year of college, I took cinematography, and I had OK Keys, who I believe was an adjunct professor at the time, and he actually ran the program I'm teaching now. He was like, Mahkia, hey, do you want to intern for me? And I was like, sure thing, I'll intern for you. It was this little after-school program at the Nickelodeon Theater at the time. And I went to visit and sat in on some classes, and after he left to VCU, I took over the class, and that jump-started my career here at IndieGrits. At a young age, I kind of realized that there weren't a lot of people who looked like me in television, a lot of black women and a lot of black queer women especially. And so as I was getting older, I was like, how about I make some artwork where I feel represented? Yeah, that really drives me today. So some of the past work that I've done, I was hired through IndieGrits to work with the Women's Rights and Empowerment Network, or WREN. They're a women's organization here in Columbia, and they did a photo voice project called Seen and Heard, Women and Girls in the Midlands, where we worked with, I think, 5 or 6 women's groups around Columbia, gave them disposable cameras, and had them take pictures of what they felt their lives were, or what it meant to be a woman in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina. And I was able to document that whole process, and I created a short film based on that process. Last year, I was in the fellowship for the IndieGrits Festival, and the subject for that fellowship was 2 cities, exploring how you can have 2 different Columbia experiences depending on where you live in Columbia. For example, if you lived in Forest Acres versus North Columbia. And I created a documentary kind of navigating the by word of mouth reputations of people here in North Columbia. And I interviewed some really prominent figures here and had them send me to another person, interview them, had that person send me to another person. So it created kind of like a map, allowing the residents here to map their own community. USC prepared me to work with others, to share ideas, but also be a critical thinker when sharing ideas and when consuming media. I think that was really important. And it also, I guess, helped me fall in love with media in a different way.
Kids deciding to fight, take 1, action.
When I had OK Keys' cinematography class, I remember looking at media in a slightly different light than I had been used to. And I think that was important in shaping me like teaching in the future, because I never thought I was going to become a teacher. But that definitely jump-shot my teaching career. And I've actually been able to be a guest lecturer at USC. I did a workshop at the Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago about media literacy. So I've been able to have all of these different opportunities because of teaching, and I've been able to teach because of the class I took at University of South Carolina. Go Cox!